This is Call It Like I See It. Here is your host, Rafiq Shahid.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is Rafiq Shahid, whichever one you want to call me. People call me Rafai, people call me Rafiq, but anyway, so I'm your host, Rafiq Shahid of September Stage and Call It Like I See It. We got Hayat in the building.
What's up? Assalamu alaikum to everybody listening. September Stage podcast. We back at it.
Yeah, we back at it. So as you know, this is the closing. It's the closing of September Stage. Closing of Call It Like I See It until next year. So we have a few things to cover. Recap of the tournament, which was a great one as far as gameplay is concerned, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. We have some announcements to make and some closing statements that we want to make as well. First and foremost, we want to, of course, congratulate our champions team. Congratulate our champions team, Draco.
Yes, congratulations. Yes, congratulations to Team Draco. They came, they fought hard. What a September Stage.
Oh, man, what a championship.
What a championship. I mean, I know a lot of people got a chance to see it, live stream. But if you wasn't in the building, that intensity, that just the back and forth, it could have been anybody's game. Mayman had a chance. Draco had a chance. Mayman had a chance before the first overtime. Soon missed the layup. Draco had a chance. Kendrick lost the ball. It was just a back and forth, stomach turning. You didn't know who was going to do it.
I tell you this. The thing is that we talk about the championship and how that was a close game, but the Final Four was actually close. The Final Four, any one of those teams, it could have been a different championship.
Oh, yes.
It was a deciding difference between both those games. One game I think was 6 points. One game I think was 2 points. So the Final Four lived up to the hype as well. Those teams actually came to play. We're going to talk about that and break down those teams. But first and foremost, what we of course want to say is thank you to everyone that came out to September Stage and supporting. Because of you, because of the teams, because of the spectators for the school, we raised over $7,000. That's record. That's record numbers from what I was told when it comes to tournaments. That's record numbers. We had record turnout, and we look to do it again and keep raising these funds. Our goal for Falcon Academy is to actually get just a new building. So we're going for a new building. We did fix up the building now, and I'm pretty sure you've seen some pictures and things like that. We're going to keep it going, and we want to just get a whole new building for the kids and continuously grow. We went from about 40 students last year to almost 70 this year. So we're growing every single year. I want to thank our principal, Zaid, and two of our Islamic teachers, Abu Yassin and Brother Yahya, Ustad Yahya, for their continuous dedication to teaching our youth and running the madrasa down here in Holy Islamville, South Carolina. So that's just one of the important things that I did want to let people know about. But we're going to get started on the show. We're going to talk about teams and break each individual team down. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll go ahead and we do that, allow y'all to get situated and get ready to listen. Okay, bear with us for just a few. We'll be back right after this.
Like a leaf blowing, thrown by the gusting winds, bashed and thrashed by my nafs again. I will do anything to win love of my beloved once again. Accept me, Ya Rabbi, my sins are so ugly, but you are so lovely. Where do I begin? I need a fresh start, let's start within. On you I can depend. Like the sea, the waves are rough, the tide is high, resembling the battle that I fight. I will do anything to gain control of my desires once again. Accept me, Ya Rabbi, my Girls are so ugly, but you are so lovely. Where do I begin? I know that I can't always depend on you until the end. I fought this battle before. This time it's war. I'm giving all I've got. I will never surrender. I fought this battle before. This time it's war. I'm giving all I've got. No, I will never surrender.
And welcome back. We are back on Call It Like I See It. As you know, that is from Salim's new hit album. I call it a hit album, My Anthem. It's on Amazon. It's on iTunes. You can go, you can get it. Support the cause. He performed at Muslim Fest in Canada this past weekend and did a really good job. So he's up and doing some big and better things. So congratulations to you, Salim, and we look forward to what you have to bring going forward in the future. So we're gonna start off with breaking down our teams. We're gonna talk about all of the teams from our rankings. But what I mean, Hayat wants to start with Garda. Me, I want to start with Draco. I feel like it's their show, and I think that we need to start with them and talk about them a little bit more. Not let them wait until the end.
I mean, well, okay, we can start off with Draco first.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead. Let's start with the champions.
Yet again, congratulations, Draco, Dini, Ali, Istafa, Dean. Congratulations. I know Dean has gotten a championship before. This is not his first, but it is Dini's, Istafa's, and Ali's first championship. So I know how that could probably feel for them. I'm saying this, that they worked hard for this.
Yeah, they did.
They definitely worked hard for it.
They did. I was down there with them, and I seen the work that they was putting in the gym.
A lot of people are hating on the work that they've done for their team. It's a team effort. You know what I'm saying? It's a team effort. A lot of people saying that if it wasn't for Kendrick and Red, then they wouldn't have won the championship.
Well, not to throw shade or anything, but Kendrick, Red, and Tariq, they were at more slots than almost everybody else. So
I mean,
just say it.
Yeah. Well,
I know people ain't gonna like that, but too bad. Anyway, so I mean, they were real respectful, just on on a positive note, and to be serious, they were real respectful, especially when it came to making Salat. We explained to them that we needed, that we had to pray, and twice in their games they had during halftime they had to wait, while we made Salat. So, shout out to them for that respect. But a lot of one thing that people don't know about them is everyone just looks at it as, if they weren't there, then Draco wouldn't have won, and all of those things. Yeah. But one thing that people don't know about them is that they actually play basketball, with our companions down there in Georgia. They're around them a lot. They speak and ask about the dean all the time. So that's what some of the things of bringing our two non-community members to the tournament, to September stage, is all about, is giving dawah. So they're still doing that, and who knows what happens next year. The thing is that they felt so welcome coming this year, so we don't want to just X them out or take away from their win because they were there, because they're part of the September stage family. No matter what, they're part of the September stage family. They signed that banner and forever be inked in with September stage. And as long as we're doing tournaments, we want them there. So
definitely.
Get over it, y'all. Get over it.
I've spoken to Red, and I've spoken to Kendrick, and they're excited. They said they can't wait for next year to come back. I haven't spoken to Tariq, so I don't know for sure. But Kendrick and Red, definitely, they said that they can't wait. They will be back. I think a lot of people are just, trying to find an excuse, because we slept on Draco, me included. You know what I'm saying? It's all over. It's all.
We didn't know who they had.
Exactly. That's my thing. I think I ranked Draco fifth. I think I ranked them fifth.
Draco was sixth.
Six.
Yeah, they were right underneath.
They were right underneath. They were before
Don't
next. Yeah, Don't Sleep. Mm-hmm. I had them under Don't Sleep, and I apologize for that. Obviously, we all know what Don't Sleep did. We'll get to them when we get a chance.
Gotcha.
But Draco surprised everybody. Went undefeated. Not only did they win the championship, they didn't lose a game. Like LeVar Ball said, undefeated, never lost.
Yeah.
All right.
And here's the thing. I mean, everyone had the time to scout them.
Yeah.
And the second day come back even stronger. Not only did they played the best two teams twice.
Yep.
They played the best two teams twice. They played them in the conference.
Yes.
And then in the playoffs, they had to beat HQ to get to play Mateman and won that. So, and those teams were considered stacked.
Yes.
So
we
gotta
gonna
give them their
we gonna
respect,
get to
regardless.
HQ. But yeah, definitely. This right here, just to clear the air. Respect them. You know what I'm saying? It was a team effort, all in all. Did Kendrick and Red do majority of the work in the championship? I mean,
No.
No. Oh, Tariq did. My fault. Tariq.
No.
Who?
Didn't he had 12 points?
But he didn't. He wasn't the leading scorer.
Oh, was he not? We may need to check it. We're gonna check it on break and see.
We definitely got to look.
We're gonna check it on break because I remember him having 12 and him having like 11 or so or 10 or so, and Tariq having around the same amount. Because I was doing their stats.
Yeah.
So I think Dini was leading at a point, but I mean not being the leading scorer. Okay, whatever.
I mean,
but,
yeah. My thing is, I think a lot of people keep thinking
he
that
has some
points.
clutch shots.
Yeah,
especially in overtime.
3 overtimes.
Yeah,
Yep.
3 overtime. So
I mean, at the end of the day,
I'm not taking nothing away. I'm not taking nothing away from Dini.
yeah, definitely.
I'm not taking nothing away
I
from
mean,
Dini.
they didn't I mean, because if you're using that, a lot of people keep saying that it was Red and Kendrick that did it all. So if you keep using that, then 2 people beat everybody all tournament long. Like just 2
I mean,
people.
you can say that about anybody. I mean, Live was RFMs.
Yeah, really.
Khalil carried LTMN.
Definitely.
I mean, we can say that about a bunch of people that brought 9 community members.
Yeah.
So I'm cool on that. It's September stage. You play with who's out there.
Yep.
No matter if you're at September stage, you're September stage.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Dini did a good job in recruiting, and that's just to clear the air. I know a lot of people keep giving them grief.
Yeah.
They hating. That's what it is. They hating. September stage. They're holding their ring. The ring is in Georgia.
Yeah,
the ring is in Georgia, and if anybody wants it, it goes through Georgia next year. So
yeah,
you gotta go get it.
like my man Ali says. Or whatever.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes through. So
whatever.
that's Team Draco. Congrats to y'all. I'm happy for y'all getting that ring. Shout out again, Dini, Dean, Ali, Istafa, Kendrick, Red, Tariq. Congrats to y'all, man. I know y'all fought hard. I know it couldn't be easy. Each game y'all was doubted. And y'all fought to the end, and y'all deserve it, man. So congratulations. To September stage 2018 champs, Team Draco. All right, on to the next team.
Guard up.
We can talk guard up. Yeah, let's talk guard up. Let's talk guard up. I got a couple hate.
Well, I can say this: guard up did not surprise me.
No, they didn't surprise anybody, and I don't want nobody. My phone's blowing up right now. I don't know if it's guard up, but I don't want no one taking
shots
shot
at them.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not taking.
This is
shots
not taking
at
shots.
them,
This is us being brutally honest.
They played real good. Their elimination game, though.
They did.
They lost by 10.
They did.
And they played
came
real
back.
hard.
They did come back against RFM and gave him a little scare. They did give him a little scare. Kasim hit a couple big time threes. So did Yachty. Yachty hit a couple threes.
I think
in
it was
game.
that insurgent of Nasir joining the team.
Yeah,
Big Nas.
Yeah,
played with us. And,
I'm about to say he wasn't there day one.
Yeah, he joined the last game.
The last game. So
he came to me. He was like, Rafiq, I got to get out there.
That's what's
I'm
up.
like, nah,
That's
she's
what's
supposed
up.
to have been out there.
So I mean, we could have been looking at. They probably could have got a win if they had him. That was their biggest weakness. Was a big man. They were small. They were guards running down the court. They had
he
size.
gave that veteran presence.
Yeah, as well. Exactly. So like I said this because I don't know for sure, and a lot of people making fun of them. Oh, they're not coming back. They were trash. Yada yada. If you want to come back, you can, but just remember, I don't want them to feel like, okay, we lost every game, we're done, never coming back. Next Gen lost every game for the first 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think that they're coming back.
Guard up?
Yeah.
I hope they do. I really do.
I think they're coming back. I think they'll make the adjustments and they'll recruit because it's people that are available. I don't think a lot of the teams are going to look the same. So I think they'll recruit and they'll come back. They'll come back. One thing I got to give a shout out to Scully.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta give a shout out to Sully. Sully was balling, man. I don't care what anybody says. He had heart the whole time. Him and Smiley, him and Kasim had heart the whole time playing those games.
Yeah.
Like, they gave it their all.
They never gave up.
No matter what, they
never
gave it their all out
Definitely.
out there on
I
the
mean,
court.
and I gotta shout out other people. Although I don't have any footage of of guard up playing. Sharif put in that work. You know what I'm saying? Being released from Next Gen. He picked him up. He did his thing. Sharif did his thing. Leamy came out, did his thing. Yachty. Yachty was working for like a month straight, going
Yeah.
to Fort Mill playing ball, and they showed.
So,
It
keep
showed.
your up, Yachty.
So definitely. So guard up. Want to give a shout out to y'all. I know you didn't win any games, but keep your head up, man. Y'all came out in your fault. Y'all never gave up any game. There was a game where y'all were getting blown out. I think it was by Draco when they was getting blown out really, really bad. They kept fighting. They didn't give up. They could have quit. They didn't give up, and they showed up day 2, held their heads high, and they came out and they played that playoff game. So shout out to guard up. That's what's up. Ali Kaba just hit me up. He said the reason why guard up was even close in that game against RFM is because he was coaching them. So I don't know. Is Ali coming back next year, or is he going to take the coaching duty?
Ali's coming back.
Ali's coming back.
Yeah, I got him on contract. Ali got to come back.
Ali got to all right.
Yeah,
That's what's
he got to
up.
bring his team. He got to come back.
Ali, yeah, let's say they hate.
That's one of them.
They hating this much. Ali got to come back with Team Draco, so I look forward to seeing that. But yep. So that's Team Draco. Shout out to everybody who was on that team. Yachty, Jay. I mean, my fault. Yachty, Sharif, Sully, Limi, Kasim, Nasir. And anybody else, if I'm forgetting your name, it's not on purpose. It's just not coming to me right now.
And a quick little note.
Shout out to guard up.
Also, Ali said, why does everyone keep talking about scoring and not lockdown defense as well? You know, he played some real good defense.
True that. There was
one person actually said who was going for made men was like, oh, Ali fouled out, and I was like, yeah, we about to win. So that says something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that says something because they knew Ali was hounding.
And Yachty just hit me up as well. Yachty said shout out to Ali on that last game. He did coach them and give him some pointers.
Yeah.
So after Ali's done September stage as a player, he may be looking at a job in coaching, whether it's guard up or next gen. We all can't wait to start talking about next gen because they definitely out of anybody.
We talk about next gen now.
Let's join in.
Talk about
Next gen.
As far as defense is concerned, Ali's a great defender. But he want no smoke with Bahu. I'm sorry.
Okay, yep. Now let's hold on. Before we get to next gen, we can jump into this as a next gen and Draco type jump. Now, Ali, I know you're listening right now, and I got to keep it real, man. Bahu gave you 30. What was it?
24.
24. Bahu gave you 24 and made you foul out. Was there some plays that were controversy on should have been a foul or not? That's arguable, but out of anyone in the tournament, he gave you the work. Out of any player in the tournament, and I know you're known for defense, and as a defender, you got to respect that. You got to respect that. And in my opinion, if it wasn't for Red going off like he did, I think Bahu could have won MVP of September stage. And I said that he literally did everything for next gen. Assists, scoring when he needed him to score. Yep. He did his thing. Bahu definitely improved from last year.
Bahu is who I expected. He was my breakout player. If you remember, he's my breakout player for September stage because I knew that what he was going to have to do. And see, I've actually watched Bahu's games.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched Bahu since he was younger. You know, being my brother-in-law going to Massachusetts. I watched him when he was in school, just getting a little bit of minutes.
Yeah.
You know, not getting all of the burn, and I seen what he was doing then. So I knew once the team was in his hands, it was going to be a wrap. I pretty much knew that was going to be the case. Shout out to him. Also, he's 3-point champion for the spectators group.
Yes, for the fans.
$50.
Yep, he
so shout out to him and out to him and Next Gen. I mean, Next Gen is September stage team. It is what it is.
Yes.
Everyone else is. They're the storyline. Everyone else is the characters in the storyline, but it's about them.
Yeah. Yep. September
really
stage.
Is. I mean, the crowd loves them. The fans love them.
Yep.
They are our future. They're our youth. You know what I mean? We're doing school. We are running these schools and building these schools for them. So Next Gen is really all of the younger kids that come up are going to come through Next Gen for the most part.
Yes. Yes, well, I'm getting a lot of messages. There's a lot of people listening, a lot of the players listening.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do a lot of this back and forth. But since everyone's listening, Poppy hit me up, Mubarak from RFM, and he told Ali he just wanted to give you a message, let you know that stop it. You definitely wasn't the reason for anything. For guard up coming back on them. They was playing around. They was playing around.
Take it to the wall, man. There's a chat wall right here. You can take it to the wall. Let everybody see.
But yeah, Dini hit me up as well, and he said, dang, 24. I know a lot of people didn't know that Bahu
he dropped
Ali
24.
He dropped 24.
I got the proof.
Ali,
he dropped 24.
So Bahu definitely had a good tournament. Especially, I think he stepped up when all eyes were on him. We all know the comments that Tariq made about Bahu, saying that he wasn't the type of point guard that he needed, but the point guard that you joined wasn't even halfway on his level. Duke,
and we're gonna go right into
don't sleep.
Let's go right into don't sleep.
We gotta go right into don't sleep. Now, don't sleep. Abdul Qayyum.
Shout out. Shout out to Dumali.
Yeah, Abdul Malik, if you're listening, man, yo, it's all love. It's all love, but we gotta keep it a $100, man. You kind of blew it there for your team on that last play, but it is what it is. It is what it is. As a team, they didn't blame you, and that I respect that. Tariq didn't blame Abdul Malik.
They blame me.
I just blame the refs all day, but
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I accept criticism, just not bribes.
Okay, so Abdul Malik, if for those who were there, pulled a Chris Webber. Well, not really a Chris Webber. He called a timeout, not because he didn't have any. You can't call a timeout when the ball's in the shooter's hands at the free throw line. So he called a timeout.
Yeah, got a
technical foul for it, and it kind of messed their chances of it beating Maidman in the playoffs, which could have been different from now.
And before then, Duke missed the 1-1.
Yep, Duke missed the 1-1 and a floater. So, but let's talk about it. Tariq leaves next gen. He goes and joins Don't Sleep.
He averaged 12 this tournament though.
Who?
Tariq.
No, but we're not. Tariq had, from what I heard and from what I did,
He just shot poor.
From what I got, is a lot of people said Tariq kind of lived up to expectations. He did. I mean, all the trash talking he did.
I would say he did because he averaged 17 with next gen. You need him to score.
Yeah,
he averaged 12 with a team that those other guys need shots, and he still led the team in scoring, which we expected that to happen.
Okay, well, we got a lot to talk about.
If people gonna talk, they can talk right on the chat box. I mean, they can't keep hitting you up saying, "Tell this, say this, say what you got to say, call like you see it."
Well, let me just jump into it real quick. We've been having a debate. It's not really been a debate because it's kind of been blown out the water so far.
What's
like 95-5. That's how bad it's been blown out on who's a better point guard between Bahu and Duke. Let me hear from you.
Who's the better point guard?
Who's the better point guard?
Bahu.
Okay, there we go. All right, because Dini hit me up and he said Dudes is tripping. Duke's a better point guard. Doesn't know what people talk about. Dean said the same thing. Duke's a better
Bahu's a better point guard. He's a smarter player.
Okay, so if you had to pick one point guard in September stage, and they were the last two left.
They were the last two.
Yes.
Left. Okay.
I caught you there. I caught you.
They're the last two. They're the last two.
The last 2 point guards, and you have to pick one for your team.
And to start a team.
Between Duke and Bahu.
I'm going to go with Duke because he's the underdog. He's my Westbrook. But overall, who's better as a point guard? As a point guard, I mean, I have to go Bahu.
Okay, because that's the position.
Point guard,
and that was a debate.
I mean, Duke is a very talented scorer.
Oh, definitely.
He definitely is. He's a very talented scorer. I mean, he just didn't have a good tournament. I'm just gonna say that I don't want Duke is a very good player, so I don't want people thinking, oh, he's not good after one tournament. Everybody always does that. After one tournament, everyone just shuts a person down. But he's a real good player. He just didn't have that best of a tournament. 1, 2, as a point guard, he had to adjust with players that he's never played with.
Yeah.
Versus Bahu has played with these players last year, so he's a little bit more.
I said that, yeah.
So we'll have to see how they play with them coming in, and we're in talks with Don't Sleep about Don't Sleep actually bringing their team, their official team that he plays with anyway.
And now,
so we'll see how that works
because they wasn't supposed to have, Devin. They were supposed to have Julius.
Yeah, supposed to have Julius.
Duke has played with Julius plenty of times.
Yeah, plenty of times.
So it probably would have been a little different if he had Julius. Same thing with Nemo. We're gonna break it down. Nemo fell short of expectations for me.
Especially playing in Philly.
Nemo, you my guy.
Philly in New York.
Nemo, you my guy. But you know that you was inside the September stage captain's room talking crazy.
I don't think Nemo actually came out on a scoring type of tip. He really came out as like that veteran presence.
Okay, no. Listen.
He had a role.
Listen. Now, before you start your defense for Nemo, I gotta keep it a buck. That's not what what you saying that he did is what he was forced to do because he couldn't do what he said he was going to do.
I mean, you're playing with Tariq. It's a little bit harder.
Okay, but somebody should have gave him that memo. Somebody should have gave him that memo before he got here because he said that he was giving.
You talk about the stuff they was talking in the captain's
Yes,
room? Everybody's talking in the captain's room.
No. Nope, me and Bill not this one because we said it. There's players that's going to live up to expectations, and this player's going to fall short. And Nemo's on my top 5 of falling short.
Gotcha.
He didn't have the September stage that we thought he was going to have, and he was self-promoting himself. And Azim said it himself. He's like, "Yo, who is this dude? I've never seen him play. Nemo's nice. Yo, I play in Philly. I play in Jersey. I play with dudes better than anybody coming to September stage." Now, one game he had more than 10 points. At all. Now you're saying he was a veteran presence. That's what he had to be because he wasn't getting the ball. So Nemo, you my guy wholeheartedly. I know you're gonna hit me up on the side like, yo, yeah, chill. How you gonna do that to me on the air? My dude, you didn't come through like you said you was. I'm not going to screenshot the messages. We know what you were saying.
Gotcha.
And it didn't show. It really didn't show Nemo. So Nemo's number one on the board for dudes who fell short of expectations. Gotcha. But back to guard up. I mean, back to don't. We're still talking about don't sleep. Tariq, he did his thing. It didn't turn out the way he said he was going to be. I think low key he does regret playing with Duke Obahu. That's just my opinion. He's never going to say it. He will never admit it. But there was times where you can look at his face and be like, yo, like I could have been on Next Gen this year, and there was games that we could have won. If Tariq was on Next Gen, they probably
killed Next Gen. Though.
I about to say if he was on Next Gen, they probably could have beat RFM the first game, and they probably could have beaten Draco in the playoffs. I do think they still would have lost
themselves. Don't sleep,
and they would have beat Don't Sleep. Yep, they would have beat Don't Sleep without Tariq, definitely. So they would have went, I think, 2-1 because I still think with Tariq they would have lost to May win in the first day. So that's just my opinion. But
I'm gonna go that far to say if Tariq is on their team, they win the championship.
They win.
They was in every game.
They win.
They win with Bahu and Tariq shaking out. They can win the championship. You don't think so?
They win.
Kendrick said it himself.
No,
the only person that gave him fits was Manawa.
Next Gen. He said Next Gen gave him fits, and that wasn't just one player. That was a team. Next Gen was the only team that when the shot went up.
That's what I'm talking about. With Tariq on Next Gen.
No, that's not what he said. That's steep. That's real. That you throwing it out there. The fishing rod all the way out. They will win September stage if they had Tariq.
I mean, they was in every game. Tariq is the closer. Okay, I'll say this: they have a better chance.
Of course,
that works.
They have a better chance.
They have a better chance.
I give you that. But I said it before. If they had Tariq, I think that a lot of players wouldn't have touched the ball or got a lot of minutes. Tariq is that type of player who needs the ball.
No. I think that changes with Next Gen now because he actually was able to see without him what they can do. So I think that changes if he goes back.
Well, we're getting mixed signals here. Some people are texting me saying that they would have won.
There we go.
And some people are texting me saying that you're bugging.
I don't care what people say.
Hold on, time out. So when I said people said they're going to win, you said there you go. But now I said people are questioning Feek's decision. I don't care what people say.
People's questioning Mama's decision all weekend.
You can't take criticism here. Look at this.
No. I agree with them. Here's the thing. I agree with them. You can have your opinion. People agree with me. And people say I'm bugging. Cool. Everyone say I'm bugging. Right. It don't matter. It didn't happen.
True.
You know what I mean?
It didn't happen. Okay, so we moving on. Next team we talking about RFM. Now, before we go into RFM, I want to give myself a personal shout out. Yeah.
You want a cookie?
Personal shout out.
Give you clap your hands for all that. Undefeated first day?
Now, let me explain why I deserve myself a pat on the back. Because, as people know, I was in charge of making the September stage rankings. And I made RFM number 1. Now, you're my witness. Mm-hmm. When I made them number 1, I wanted to throw my phone. I wanted to turn it off. How could you? They got a bunch of selfish players who don't pass the ball. Poppy, Rod, Live, Khaled. They play no defense. None of this.
Gotcha. I'm going to destroy your argument.
I'm like, RFM should be number 3 or number 4.
Gotcha.
Azim, mad people. LTM men should be number 1. Made men number 1. HQ's number 1. RFM was no one in the picture. Not just players, fans. Everyone hit me up. What are you thinking? Hyder, that's ridiculous. How y'all can't make the rankings? Rankings got to be done again. This is crazy. Blasphemy. He should be banned from September stage for making RFM number 1. What did they do first day?
They went undefeated.
They went undefeated. Were they not? So were they not number 1 in their conference?
They were number 1 in their conference.
Thank you. So there we go. I just wanted to state that. A lot of people didn't know that. That was it. RFM's number 1. Oh, you know what I mean? RFM was number 1 coming in, and they showed they proved my point.
Got you. So I'll say this. Yes, they're number 1. They went undefeated. Mm-hmm. But I know what people are going to say, and I'll just say it for them.
What?
Jimmy Gray didn't come, as well as Trey. Hold on. Jimmy Gray didn't come as well as Trey. Corey didn't come as well as Sifi. So the 2 teams that people said would be number 1, they didn't have arguably the 2 best.
Okay, but I can say the same thing.
But hold on. Let me just say this. So that's all I'm saying is, yes, you're right in this case because when you made those decisions, you was like, oh, these players may not.
That
come.
wasn't really.
But we're talking about on paper.
Okay.
On paper, that probably was
But
a better
RFM
team.
didn't have 3 people. They were missing people too. So you can't give that excuse from some other team. Like RFM had their whole team. They were missing some people as well.
Yeah.
So
They missed one person, Sadiq.
no, they missed 3. I don't know the 3 people, but they were missing like 3 people.
Sadiq, Biggie.
And someone else. I don't know names off top. But they didn't have their whole team, and they still did what they were supposed to do.
Got you. No, I'm not taking anything away from RFM. They went undefeated the first day.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away. I'm just saying what people were saying about your argument, and you're saying, oh, I get the claps here, where pat me on the back, where those other players that people were looking at on paper weren't there, and that's why they was giving them the number one. So if they weren't even on paper, like say Jimmy Gray wasn't on there, say Sifi wasn't on there, then yeah, people would probably have RFM as number one on paper at the time. That's all. So, but they came out, they played, and they did well. But same thing is that Made Men actually was a higher seed.
What do you mean?
In the playoffs, they end up making the championship and beating them head to head.
I said that, and I said at the end of the day, people are complaining about the rankings, but there's still a basketball tournament to be played.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the team Drake. No, not a lot of people had Draco winning. I don't care what you say. Deanie's right. A lot of people were hating on Draco. If you were to start back over Friday night and ask how many people are going to ask people who's going to win this tournament, they would have picked RFM. They would have picked Made Men. Then they probably would have been like HQ. Yeah, maybe. Even though a lot of people didn't want them to win. But those 2 teams, RFM and Made Men, a lot of people had that be in the championship. Yeah. Even though they had to, did they play against each other? No, they didn't play against each other.
Who?
Made Men and... No, they did. Made Men and RFM. Yeah, they played each other semifinals. Okay, yep. So a lot of people had them in the championship. A lot of people had them in the championship. No one picked Draco. I wasn't even hearing about them. That's because
no one picked Draco.
That's
they won the 2 games that no one picked them to win.
Yeah.
Against Made Men and HQ.
Okay.
And speaking of that, let's speak about HQ.
So, yep. Let's just go on to HQ. I'm going to keep it a buck. Nemo was number 1 on my list for disappointments. Number 2 is Taj. Fell short like I don't know what. Like, I'm talking about... oh, man.
Okay. Taj isn't the one that fell short for me on the team.
Who did?
Osama?
No. Osama...
He leaked out in one game, and that was
guard up.
Guard up in
LT Man.
Yeah,
LT Man. Okay, well listen.
Other than that,
listen to this. No, listen to this.
Other than that, I think Osama needs to play with Dean.
Nope, that's not it.
Osama needs to play with Dean.
Nope, that's not it because Taj.
That's all I'm saying. That's the reason why I'm saying that.
Taj got more.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I would think Taj got more hype than anybody on that team. He plays consistently, practice with Tracy
Taj
McGrady.
Didn't talk.
All that stuff.
Azim set that expectation.
Taj was talking. I have video of him talking, especially when he said he was going to do against Kamali. He said he was going to give Kamali buckets. Guess how many points he had?
How many?
None.
What? He didn't score against Made Men?
No, I have the stats to show you.
I gotta check those stats.
Yo, check them. Taj didn't score a single point against Made Men. Wow. And they played man to man. Taj scored no points. So, Nemo, I gave you the roasting, but on the top 5 of disappointments, you're number 2. Taj is number 1. Mm-hmm. There's no one else that beats it. He fell short of expectations. And Azim couldn't control him. I'm surprised he didn't get kicked out every single game he played in.
I had to tech him once.
You teched him once? I'm surprised. He should have got teched every time. Azim couldn't control him. And you showed it. But Azim had to trust him because he was his best player on his team. He tried to ride him to the championship, and it didn't work. Taj had 2 good games. It was against LTMN, and they were down Kyrie and Mo, and it was against guard up. And he was really talking against guard up. Like, really? Mm-hmm. I think in that game he had like 20-something points. So, that's just my opinion. It's brutally honest. I don't care at this point. September stage is over. I'm speaking for a lot of people. Taj stunk up the room. He didn't come out and have a good September stage. Who else on HQ? The best player on HQ was Jamal.
Norm went in.
Norm was aight. Norm was aight because he kind of fell short too. Yeah. Do you know Norm? I don't know him personally, but fell short. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Yo, Azim hyped him up." I hyped him up. No, Azim was showing me footage. I'm like, "Oh, he get a little bouncy. He shoot a little bit. Yeah. He gonna have, you know what I'm saying? He gonna run away."
Yeah. I mean, Jamal's always gonna play good. He's a great point guard.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. See, you didn't let me say who would I take. Jamal's my point guard that I take
over Bow,
over everyone.
Okay, that's
your point opinion. Guard. When it comes to point guard, facilitator, leading the team, basketball IQ, Jamal is that.
Jamal's
guy.
the guy. Okay,
yeah, Jamal's that guy.
That's a fair assessment. But Taj number 1 on my board. Who else on HQ? Jamal. Osama didn't have a bad tournament.
He did. I just like him better.
He just he just got off
I'm
vacation.
hoping UN comes next time.
He just
man.
got off vacation
I'm hoping
from
UN comes
overseas.
next time.
And, you know, as a basketball player, you're never going to say, especially coming up on a tournament, you're never going to say you're not ready.
Yeah.
Even though we can see there was a lot of dudes not ready for this tournament. But I asked him, like, yo, you ready? You're not back. You're supposed to be back 2 months ago. He's like, I'm going to be back like 2 weeks before the tournament, but I'll be ready. Wasn't ready. You could tell. It's kind of sluggish. A lot of his points came from leak outs, which he normally does, but wasn't hitting a lot of big shots. Yeah. No ISO ball like he normally does. So he didn't have a good tournament, but it was okay. Yeah. It was okay. So,
and then there was one.
Made men. Made men got the sauce.
Made men got the sauce.
Got the sauce.
Listen,
okay.
I got a message from Made men. Stay together. Bottom line, stay together. Yo, y'all played great. Y'all had the best defense in the tournament, hands down. They had the best defense in the tournament. South are the defensive player of the tournament because of huge plays that he had on the defensive end. Didn't do it that much on the offensive end like he normally does, but he had those players out there that can do that for him. He didn't have to do what he does with Lamboys in the past. But, I mean, I'm not disappointed with anyone on that team. Who you got? Who you got?
It's kind of hard to talk about Bayman because dudes getting their feelings just a little bit.
Well, who do you have as a disappointment?
Okay, we know Softar won defensive player of September stage, which rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? That's his role. Offensively, a lot of people didn't show up, and not even just offensively, bad decision making. They lost that championship game because of bad decision making.
It was a rookie mistake.
What did I say? What did I say? Bayman was going to do?
Crumble.
What did they do?
Crumbled.
God.
You getting a lot of pats on the back.
What? It's crazy out here. I said RFM.
Did you just cheer for Made Men crumble?
I cheered for Made Men crumbling because I said they were going to crumble. Now listen, this is crazy. I said RFM was number one. They showed me that they proved me right. I said Made Men was going to implode, and that's what they did. Now let's break down the last play for people who weren't there and didn't see this on the camera. Hyder and Nadir were on the bench with 8 minutes left, up by 1, and you put in a rookie to inbound the ball in overtime number 3
with a timeout.
With a timeout. Made Men, you got to get it. I'm sorry, I got to give y'all the roasting for this because if you don't, y'all gonna feel like it's okay. Everything's not okay. Y'all gave that championship away.
They know that.
They got to hear it one more time, and they're gonna continue to keep hearing it. They were this close to winning. They were up. Softar. Both free throw shots that he hit, doing all his James Harden dagger.
I gotta see how he at in the booth right now. He's literally standing up,
slicing his throat. Yo, this game is over. We got it in the bag. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm talking about this is because as a Falcons fan, I know how it feels to have a game in the bag and then lose it.
Man,
so
Oklahoma City fan,
as Oklahoma City fan, so I know how they feeling. So I'm not trying to beat them while they're down, but they had it. They literally had it. Kamali, Moody, Softar, Hyder, Nadir, Soom. I wasn't
even reffing that game, but it's probably my fault.
Soom had it, man, and I really wanted to see them have it. No, I'm not taking anything away from Draco. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that they won because they deserve it. They fought hard. They got it. But I thought Made Men had it. I really did. I thought Made Men had it, and it's crazy how it just slipped away just like that. Like it just like you just saw it in their eyes. It was like, yo, it's ridiculous. But I didn't really get a chance to break down RFM. We didn't break down RFM like that. Want to give a shout out to Poppy. He had a solid tournament. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. I mean, at this time, Poppy's a veteran. So, he showed up in big moments.
Number 3 on my list, I wouldn't say as disappointment, just fell short, was Ra. But he said it himself. Ra said it himself. He's like, yo, I haven't played ball in a while. And you can see it.
Azim did say he only plays good with HQ. Just throwing that out.
Ooh. I hope Ra listening to that one. But, yep.
No need.
Didn't win a championship. And didn't really have a good tournament like that. You know, wasn't offensively live. Did what Ra normally does, which that's what's up.
J1 kind of knew that it was going to be live.
The dude Chris 33,
Is that Chris?
I think that is Chris.
No, Chris didn't come.
Oh, Chris didn't come. See,
No,
that was the
Chris didn't
third
come.
pick.
He's 6'6".
Okay, they didn't have
Chris
Chris,
didn't
so I
come.
don't know who number 33 was. He did okay, I guess.
No,
Shout
no.
out to my young boy Shafi though.
Yeah, Shafi played well.
Shafi played
Shafi's
really well.
Shafi's playing defense.
Yes.
Put back up points.
Rebounded.
Stepping over the line.
Why you gotta do him like that, man?
Shafi was inbounding and taking the inbound. What? He was doing it all.
But shout out my man Shafi, okay? Young boy Shafi. He's been working hard. Poppy's been on him heavy about September Stage, trying to push him because he knows the player he could be. Shafi could be one of the best young boys in the Jamaat. Best players in September Stage if he works hard.
If he works hard.
He just has to be more aggressive.
Falcon Academy's coming up, and he get a chance to get that work.
Oh, definitely. I think that, you know what I'm saying, after I saw from September Stage, Falcon Academy is just it's too small for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna dominate that league like he did last year.
So we'll see how that goes.
We're gonna see.
But okay, yo, we're gonna get to closing. Of course, we want to thank everybody for listening. Let us know. Hit us up. Let us know if you want this to be the last show, or if you want us to hit you with one more where the players get a chance to talk. But I want to talk about something a little bit, a little bit on a serious note. As we all know, September Stage is, that's what we had. Before we close, we need to speak about LTMN. We talked a little bit about him, but with Khalil. We talked a little bit about him with Khalil, but so LTMN, right?
Yeah.
You got Khalil.
Of course.
Led their squad.
Was their entire team.
Yeah. Now, I have to say this about LTMN. One, I think after Kyrie went down, they were that was
mentally
really
they were done.
They had to play first the next day.
Yep.
Kyrie was there, but he didn't. He's looking, on the bench like there's no way to really help my team. And then Mo went down.
Yes. I just got a message from Ali Kaba.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying this definitely can't be the last show. So we'll see. We'll take a poll. Maybe we'll come back next week.
Well, if we're gonna have another show next week, we want some players on here talking about this.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? We want some players on here talking, but LTMN, because of those injuries, it just was a bad one for them. We hopefully, we see them next year, and we'll see how that goes. But just in closing, I just wanna make it really, really clear that September Stage is a TMOA tournament. It's a TMOA event, and we are raising funds for Falcon Academy for the madrasa, as Al Murshid has instructed us to do, so that we have madrasas and schools on our lands. And this is just a message to people that if you don't mess with us, if you have a problem with us, don't come. Because it's not fair to others that, come a long way to watch our tournaments, to come to our events and participate. So I just want to let you know, if my name is ever on anything, it's TMOA. My father was TMOA, and it's for unity and building brotherhood. It is not for social media beefs to rear their ugly heads or anything like that. So just wanted to apologize to the fans that had to see some of the ugliness. You brought your families to a great thing, and we want to apologize to them. I want to on air apologize to Hassi Noon, who didn't get a chance to perform because of it, and still working on some things with him. I always promote promote Hassan. So just wanted to say those things. But in closing, congratulations to Draco. Falcon Academy is starting on Monday, and lastly, Falcon Academy League will be starting up as well, so more information on that as well. We thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.